nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
I'd like to welcome you to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
Here's Johnny.
By all accounts, Nassau County, New York Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder is charismatic, but he also faces accusations that he is corrupt and psychotic. Through the years, there have been multiple complaints against Ryder for excessive force.
There are two issues here. Frauditors consider any force excessive, like a simple handcuffing after an arrest is called torture cuffing. Now, police may have been able to get away with some excessive force years ago, but in 2024, any hint of excessive force would not only result in a loss of job, but also a hefty jail sentence for police officers.
Through the years, there have been multiple complaints against Ryder for excessive force, and yet Ryder continued to rise through the ranks.
I raised a lot of money here in forfeiture, did a lot with intel, lowered crime.
By forfeiture, he's talking about asset forfeiture.
Let me explain asset forfeiture. There's two ways that government can seize your property. One is called proceeds, which simply means if they can prove that you used monies gained from illegal means to purchase, say, a boat, then the government can seize that boat. And the second way is facilitation. An example is that if you are using, say, a business as a location to sell drugs or guns, it can be seized. That property is facilitating crime.
By forfeiture, he's talking about asset forfeiture. For many years, Ryder was in charge of the program, and he used some of the funds, as he noted in this recent police podcast, to expand the Nassau County Police intelligence capabilities.
If you listen carefully to the tone in the narrator's voice, he's inferring that something's illegal or wrong in spending asset forfeiture funds for intel. There isn't anything wrong with that.
We used to have 2 people doing intel. We now have close to 70 people doing intel. And as this room that you're in this outside area, is all the 70 people that work in what we call intel. There's about 25,000 square feet dedicated to that.
And again, it was mostly paid for by the asset forfeiture program Ryder oversaw.
The money depicted on the screen infers that Ryder did something wrong with the asset forfeiture fund. Now, the purpose of the fund is to enhance law enforcement capabilities to do their job. There's nothing wrong with that.
By his own admission, Ryder developed an extremely close relationship with former Nassau County Executive Laura Curran, who named Ryder police commissioner. Some of Ryder's own police say the relationship was inappropriate. Amidst all of this, over the summertime, Nassau County government offices got a surprise visit from constitutional auditor and independent journalist Sean Reyes, also known as Long Island Audit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting inside the Department of Health and Human Services here.
Oh, you recording? No, get that out of my face.
But ma'am, you're coming. Calm down. You're coming up to me, and then you're asking me why I'm recording, and then to stop recording you.
Just a heads up, they don't even let News 12 come in here. If News 12 comes to film things, they have to film outside, facing the cameras away from the building.
Well, maybe News 12 doesn't know their constitutional rights. I've heard a lot of bad things about this office.
Starting tomorrow, they're not going to let you do it.
So starting today, no. For today, no, and then starting tomorrow, they're not going to let me.
The building's closed, so we're done. If you come back tomorrow and you record, we'll handle it then. Okay?
Oh, okay. See you tomorrow. So we'll be back here tomorrow, and we'll see what happens then. I was unlawfully arrested, locked in a jail cell for several hours, and my camera equipment stolen from me. Ultimately, I was charged with criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, which carries a maximum sentence of 90 days of incarceration.
As Reyes started posting his videos, he said he got a flood of sources and new leads about Nassau County budgets and questionable spending.
Today, we are at the Nassau County office building here in Mineola, New York.
Wait till you walk back to your car. Good luck making it home tonight.
You cannot film in here, sir.
The more I investigate the Nassau County government, the more corruption I find.
Much of the alleged corruption Reyes kept hearing about involved Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder.
I have some FOIA requests I have to submit. Excuse me, ma'am? Can I film in here?
Reyes requested documents and financial records, but got stonewalled.
Nope, you didn't get rid of me yet.
So Reyes decided to try and question Police Commissioner Ryder by going to the commissioner's home.
When I was undercover with the La Cosa Nostra, they had a strict rule. Never involve innocent family members. No matter where you fall in this First Amendment auditing, Reyes is about to cross a line.
So Reyes decided to try and question Police Commissioner Ryder by going to the commissioner's home.
He is allegedly racist, using racial slurs. I have an inside source in the police department that is feeding me all this information, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. How the Nassau County Police Commissioner is using asset forfeiture to steal people's property and use it for his own benefit. Hi, Mrs. Ryder?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Commissioner Ryder was not home.
Wondering if you had any... Sure, ma'am. I just wanted to let you know that your husband's under investigation. Lights and sirens for a man with a camera.
What are you doing here?
Working on a story of corruption that involves the police, your boss, the police commissioner, Patrick Ryder.
But definitely not his family, Sean.
Commissioner's wife said she asked you to leave. She shut the door.
And I left.
Okay.
I'm going to exercise my right to remain silent. I don't have to prove anything.
I'm going to need ID from you, though.
I didn't break any laws.
You were possibly trespassing.
Will you arrest me if I don't identify myself?
I'm not going to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
Oh, wait, so I don't want you. I want to remain silent. I want to exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. She didn't answer my question. You got here really quick. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I don't have anything else. I'm not standing outside somebody's house. I was just asking her a question based on the allegations of corruption.
Do you have identification on you?
Sir, I don't, and I don't give it up unless I've broken the law, sir. All right?
Reyes left, but a few days later, a protective order was issued against him, blocking Reyes from police headquarters. There was also a warrant for misdemeanor trespassing. Then, Police Chief Patrick Ryder dispatched plainclothes deputies to Reyes' neighborhood in Suffolk County. One unmarked car nearly crashed into Reyes on the street. Reyes drove home and was followed into his driveway.
There was a very good reason that Reyes was followed into his driveway, is because they had a warrant for his arrest. But the narrator makes it sound like police misconduct.
Soon, more police arrived, including uniformed Suffolk County cops.
My name's Sergeant Grill at the Nassau County Police Department. I'm looking for Mr. Sean Paul Reyes. He has a warrant for his arrest.
The warrant for a non-violent offense would not allow police to enter Reyes' home. So I reached out to Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, but Blakeman refused to take my call. When I reached a spokesperson for Police Chief Patrick Ryder, I was told there would be no comment for all questions. In other words, why didn't Nassau County Police notify Suffolk County Police about the raid? No comment. Does Nassau County routinely carry out arrest raids for a misdemeanor offense? No comment. Was this just an arrest? No comment. Why won't Police Commissioner Ryder allow an independent review of department finances? No comment. What is Commissioner Ryder's response to claims of racism personally and in his hiring? No comment. Was Police Commissioner Ryder romantically involved with Laura Kern, the previous Nassau County executive who appointed Ryder commissioner? No comment.
If you listen carefully, Reyes and the audit guy is using their guilty tone of voice, but they have not proven one single claim. So I want you to listen up carefully and see if they make a definitive statement or just words that infer guilt, like intimidate, allege, presumed, or assumed.
To intimidate and try to arrest a citizen journalist. The alleged abuse of suspects already in handcuffs was both physical and racial. Ryder developed an extremely close relationship with former Nassau County Executive Laura Kern.
I've heard a lot of bad things about this office. The more I investigate the Nassau County government, the more corruption I find. He is allegedly racist, using racial slurs.
But he also faces accusations that he is corrupt and psychotic. The Nassau County Police Department leadership reeks of corruption and seems to act more like an organized criminal gang than a group protecting and serving the public.
Now, some might say that Commissioner Ryder has a slander or libel case. Remember Sean's billboard. Now remember, Sean has no proof, all alleged and I believe.
So let's look at the elements of defamation. There first must be defamatory language. It must be of and concerning the plaintiff, which is the person bringing suit. Publication of that defamatory statement by the defendant to a third person. And then there must be damage to the plaintiff's reputation.
Okay, let's look at it. It was defamatory language by Sean. It was about Commissioner Ryder. It was publicized to third parties via the billboard and his YouTube channel. And it definitely damaged the reputation of the commissioner.
Next we come to the of and concerning the plaintiff. The defamatory statement must relate to the plaintiff. Next we come to publication. Publication is really a term of art. It doesn't necessarily require that the statement be posted on the internet or written or published in a book. It's really any kind of communication by any method when it's communicated to one or more people. And publication can either be intentional or negligent. Intentional publication is where the defendant's intent was to defame this person. And then you must show damage to the plaintiff's reputation. Now this is where our slander or libel comes in. The easy way to remember the difference is I like to look at the S and take the S in slander, and that's how I keep them separate in my mind. Slander is spoken.
Let's discuss some examples of slander by both Reyes and the audit guy.
Working on a story of corruption that involves the your boss, the police commissioner, Patrick Ryder. Nassau County Police Commissioner is using asset forfeiture to steal people's property and use it for his own benefit. The more I investigate the Nassau County government, the more corruption I find.
But he also faces accusations that he is corrupt and psychotic.
When it comes to slander, which is our spoken defamation, the plaintiff's going to have to prove special damages. Unless that defamation, that slander, falls into one of four categories or one of four types. The first type being that the defamation reflects adversely on business or professional conduct.
It seems pretty clear to me that Reyes has slandered Commissioner Ryder. Now, there was not one allegation backed by proof, and Sean's source in the commissioner's office is probably a disgruntled employee. If this police commissioner is bad, and I don't know if he is or isn't, then have the FBI or BCI investigate him, and not some slimy felon maggot. That's my take on this. What's yours? The John Ligato Show is being brought to you from right outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, like and subscribe.